This conference will now be recorded.
Welcome each of you tonight to our Bladen County Commissioners meeting. We are thankful that you are here. Ask everyone if they would stand, and we'll recognize Reverend Haywood Oliver from Mount Olive AME Zion Church will provide our invocation tonight, and then Paul R. Brown will lead us in our Pledge of Allegiance. Not have made it. Well, it's always good to have a backup preacher. Amen?
Amen.
Father, what a blessing to be in your presence and the presence of our constituents, those who have entrusted to us for the stewardship of this county. Father, to whom much is given, much shall be required. So I pray that we might take very seriously the gravity of this moment, or the decisions that are made in this room will affect the citizens of this county. So I pray what would be best for them and what would be right in your sight might be accomplished through our attitudes and our actions tonight. Thank you for this nation. Thank you for a nation that still reveres God. Thank you for those, even in our capital tonight, that are reading the scriptures. And I pray, God, those reading it might hide it and heed it in their hearts and lives. Father, tonight we thank you for Paul R. Brown. We thank you for the work that's going on there. And Lord, for every agency and institution around our county, Lord, you are blessing this place. And I pray we might not ever lose sight of that. Thank you for our home, the place we get to call it. Lord, the fact that we get to serve it. In Jesus' sweet name, amen.
Amen.
Others, attention, Harry, others, forward, hearts. Post. Colors, hope, present, arms. Sir, permission to present the colors.
Permission granted.
Aye, sir. Harry, colors. Colors reverse, arch. Present, arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Harry, colors. Colors reverse, arch. Present, arms. Sir, permission to retire the colors.
Permission granted.
Aye, sir. Harry, colors. Right, face, port, arms. Forward, heart.
Thank you for being here. Thank you for the communication. Good work. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Before we consider approving the consent items, I would like for us to consider adding to the agenda approval to include item 15A, which would be attorney class 3.3-318.11A3, and economic development 143-3183. Thank you. Is there a second? All right. All in favor of approving the consent items, including the proposed agenda with that change, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Thank you. We'll enter into a time of special recognitions. I'd like to begin by recognizing, you'll notice in the consent items, the request to name the firing ranger in memory of Lieutenant Robert Meeker, Mr. Bob Meeker Jr., and Miss Bonnie, his wife, the widow's here tonight. We're so grateful for you and grateful for your family. So we just want to take a moment to honor you and thank you publicly for all that Bob did and all that you have done. So we're a better community because of you and your family. God bless you. With that, I'll ask the commissioners if they would, let's step down to the front and recognize those that make this county such a special place.
Good evening. Sheriff Beth, if you can call up communications, Amy Callahan, if you'd like to come forward. Ms. Callahan has been with communications with the Sheriff's Office for 5 years. And if you'd like to say anything, Ms. Beth.
Amy's one of our supervisors. She has come into the role. She started with Bladen County EMS years ago. We go way, way back. We're not gonna say how many years ago, but, she brought a lot with her EMS background to us. We're very thankful to have her. She helps every day, helps all of our dispatchers. She's just been a great addition to the supervisor role and all that she's done, and we're just so proud of her.
Thank you.
Sheriff, you.
Appreciation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I second what Beth said. We are very pleased to have her. She was with the EMS for 15 years, and she's a good job there. She's very affectionate. Everything she does, she wants to be done right, and we're blessed to have her.
Thank you. Thank you.
I know we got in common with both you. You both get to
That's right. Absolutely.
and real fast. So.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
And DSS, Ms. Jill?
She put me on the spot, y'all. I know, right? So my worker is April Graham, and she's coming right now.
And Ms. April's got 5 years with DSS.
This is my April Graham. So I just wrote just a little bio. Today, we proudly celebrate April Graham for her 5 years of dedicated service with the Bladen County Department of Social Services. Since joining our team, April has consistently demonstrated a commitment to excellence, first through her work in the Energy Assistance Program, and now she's in daycare services. April is a team player, a hard worker. She's always willing to step in whenever needed, whether that means supporting the Secretary's office or covering the front desk. Her flexibility, reliability, and positive impact have made a lasting difference to our team. We are grateful to have her with us. Congratulations, April, on this well-deserved milestone.
I always have fun. And Miss April, we do appreciate you. 5 years goes really fast, and 5 more will come really fast. And you promoted very quickly within our agency, and we're so thankful for all you do for us and for the citizens of the county.
He's about to give me some lip gloss.
Got a little personal appreciation for you, and thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Good job, darling.
And Ms. Vanessa Sanchez, if you'll come forward with your supervisor. Ms. Sanchez has been with DSS for 10 years.
My name is Sharon Clark, a food and nutrition supervisor for Ms. Vanessa Sanchez. I'm not one for speaking, but I did write a little bit, nothing. I still remember when Vanessa joined us back in 2016 as a food and nutrition caseworker over the past 10 years. It has been wonderful to watch her evolve into a successful caseworker. Vanessa is a team player and has an expansion of knowledge in other programs. She's a bilingual caseworker, and her loyalty and dedication to our clients and colleagues do not go unnoticed. Thank you for your continued hard work and for driving our mission forward. We are looking forward to many more years of success together. Congratulations.
And Vanessa, that one was really hard to follow up on. Yeah, exactly right. You have really showed a lot of dedication to your work, and I've enjoyed working with you for 10 years, and I look forward to meeting more with you. I appreciate all that you do.
Vanessa, a little token of appreciation from us. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Mr. David Howell and Ian Callahan, if you'll come forward with EMS. Ian has been with EMS for 5 years. And Mr. David, if you
This young man here came to us from Sampson County, from the dispatch center, actually. So he brought a little knowledge to the dispatch side that we didn't have. So anyway, he keeps me on my toes on changes in EMS, protocol changes and things like this. We instituted a program where we started field training officers. This is one of our first ones. He's done an excellent job training new folks. He continues to show enthusiasm and dedication. And I just want to say thank you for everything you do for us. And thank you for driving to put up with me and help our citizens.
appreciation. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you. Good job, thank you again.
And Mr. David Howell, let me get on this side. David's been with Bladen County for 20 years. He is our EMS director. Over the last 7 months, I've had the opportunity to get to know David, his professionalism, the standards that he has for EMS, and that's greatly appreciated to the citizens. That's greatly appreciated from the board of commissioners, from the county manager, on behalf of the citizens of Bladen County. David and his team do an excellent job, and we are privileged to have David here with Bladen County. So thank you for your years of service with us. David, a little token of appreciation, and we thank you for what you do. Thank you. Appreciate it. Dr. Duncan, is Mr. Robert Nobles, see with us? He's not, okay. Ms. Sheila Nance with the library, and Kimberly Wilson, if y'all come forward. Miss Kimberly Wilson's been with the library for 5 years, and Ms. Sheila?
Yes.
And y'all like to speak?
This is my assistant director, Caleb Brewington. This is Kim. And Kim has been with us for 5 years most recently. Prior to that, she was at Brunswick County for 9 years. Prior to that, she was here, I think, 5 years full-time, 2.5 part-time. So she's got a lot of years in the library system, and she brings a wealth of knowledge with her. Kim worked on Bookmobile along with Kayla, and they completely transformed it. It was just amazing to see all the stops that they made at the school system. They kind of brought that collaboration to be, and we have never looked back since then. Kim, whenever I needed somebody to take on the manager position at Bridger Library in Bladenboro. I had one person in mind for that, and it was Kim. And I asked her, would you be willing? And I really thought she'd say no, but she said yes. And she has completely transformed Bridger Library. If you have not been, it is beautiful. It is decorated beautifully. It's organized. It's clean. It's just a wonderful place to be. Everything Kim does is with a standard of excellence. And I don't ever have to worry about it. Once I put it in her hands, I know it's going to be done right. So I am beyond thankful for her. I can't express enough how grateful I am and how much I depend on you. And you haven't let me down yet. So we'll come back. We'll come back in 5 more years, right? At least, not quite.
Tim, we got a little token of appreciation, and we want to thank you for what you do.
Yes, sir, I appreciate it. Thank you.
Sheriff McVickers and Deputy Sheriff Kendall Kelly, if you'll come forward. Deputy Sheriff Kendall Kelly has been with the Sheriff's Office for 20 years. 20 years.
I had the opportunity to start dealing with this guy in 2002. He had the luxury of having me as a PT instructor when we went through basic. And he was with Bladenboro, I think, 3 years, and then he came to Sheriff's Office. And I'm telling you, if I need to find somebody in Bladen County, that's the man I go to. He knows everybody in his whole county. He serves more papers than any three people we've got. And we are lucky to have him. He does a good job. You never hear anything from him, but you see the results at the end of the week. And God bless you.
Kendall, Sheriff is right, you know everybody. Token of appreciation, thank you for what you do. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, that concludes all of
Okay.
our employees.
All right, sounds good. We have a proclamation, so ask if Jill Sampson and her folks would come forward.
From our child welfare supervisors this evening.
Bless them.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to read our resolution.
Right.
Whereas our children represent our greatest hope for the future, and Bladen County remains steadfast in its commitment to the safety and security of our children, families, and communities. And whereas every child is entitled to be loved, cared for, nurtured, and be free from verbal, sexual, emotional, and physical abuse and neglect. And whereas it is the responsibility of every adult who comes into contact with a child to protect that child's inalienable rights to a safe and nurturing childhood. And whereas Bladen County has dedicated individuals and organizations who work daily to counter the problems of children's maltreatment and to help parents obtain assistance they need. And whereas our communities are stronger with all citizens because become aware of children's maltreatment prevention and become involved in supporting parents to raise their children in a safe and nurturing environment. And whereas effective child abuse prevention programs succeed because of partnerships among families, social service agencies, schools, religious and civic organizations, law enforcement agencies, and the business community. Whereas all citizens, community agencies, faith organizations, businesses will work to increase the efforts to support families. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the Bladen County Commissioners hereby proclaim the month of April 2026 to be Child Abuse Prevention Month.
Thank you, and thank y'all for what you do every day. The Bible says, "You've done it unto the least of these, you've done it unto him." And we know that many of the situations you face on a daily basis are difficult, and you're prayed for, and you are very much cherished and loved in this community. So thank you.
Thank you.
I have a little token here that y'all can hang on the wall. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
We are going to to have a butterfly release on April the 23rd in front of the agency. It'll be on the front lawn at 2 p.m. We invite all of you to come as we honor the children who've lost their lives to child abuse or neglect.
2 p.m. Thursday.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Thursday, right?
And there'll be a walk following that at 2:30.
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. There'll be a brief recess, just to, have a reception in the next room, so you're welcome to join us for that, and, might need to take a chair or two over there, so, and then we'll be back in here in just a few minutes, so thank you.
This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Wishing to address the commission.
On the hall,
On the hall.
y'all say it like you know the name.
Just here.
Before I start, and I promise to be short, I'd like to take this minute to publicly thank the county manager, Samuel Crone, and Miss Maria Edwards, clerk to the board. They have been invaluable in helping East Arcadia as we seek to do our part of grant. Can't say thank you enough. Thank you, Mr. Crone. Now, for what it came here tonight, with the impending closure of East Arcadia School, many citizens of the East Arcadia and surrounding communities have expressed an interest in what will happen to the school. To that end, two organizations working in tandem, they're very much working together, have expressed interest in meeting with the powers that be to navigate the process of ensuring that the school continues to benefit the public good. The school has been a safe hub for the community for a long, long time, and we are hopeful that it will continue to be a safe hub for the community. We look forward to working with you to preserve the legacy of the school while addressing the critical community needs. When y'all were doing your proclamation, one of the things that you said is all children deserve to be loved, cared for, and nurtured. And we believe not only all children do, but all citizens of Bladen County, be that children, be that seniors, be that whatever, that they deserve that. And that down in East Arcadia, our citizens deserve that. Thank you for your time. And I didn't come alone. There are others out in the group that came along with me from East Arcadia. I'm not just by myself. Thank you.
Matters tonight of interest to the commission.
I got one, Mr. Chairman.
Okay, yes, sir.
I would like to, I need to make a motion, but I want to have some discussion around moving our May 4th board meeting to May the 5th, so that potentially we can attend the Elizabethtown Town Board meeting. I think we're at the stage where it's very critical for us to be present at their meeting in May.
Okay, you want to make that in form of a motion?
I'll make that
Okay.
motion.
Have a motion, is there a second?
Second.
We have a second, any discussion?
Would we all be able to attend?
That was a valid question, would that,
Well, we're not conducting business, but I'll confirm that. I mean, you're allowed in public settings, obviously, outside of the boardroom. But there's not gonna be any business conducted. You're not intending to meet in closed session with them or anything of that, you just wanted to attend the board meeting
Okay.
itself, but not conduct any business. So if that's the case, fine, but I'll confirm.
good enough? Sounds good. The motion, there's second, any other discussion? Those in favor of moving our May the 4th meeting to May the 5th, so that we can attend, those town meeting on the 4th, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, like. Make a note of that and make the necessary announcements and postings and all of that. All right. Yes, sir, Mr. Bullock.
What can we as commissioners do to influence a company to install, internet in a certain community? What, is there anything we can do to have, internet installed in the community? We can't pay for it, I know, but, can we write a letter or something like that, kind of push this forward?
We thought we were pretty well covered in the county. Was there a specific area?
Yeah, I was thinking about maybe we could get some grants or something through the FCC if we need the income. But I was contacted by Reverend Keith Graham.
They do it. They work on it now.
He was telling me that they had not started anything down there.
They're doing it now. They bring the lines now.
Okay.
I think it's ATC,
Start.
All-Star.
Yeah, everything we hear is that they've got us covered from
Right.
county line to county line,
Yeah.
but there may be some areas that still aren't completed.
Because he was saying that that area was really, well, he contacted us, in July, and he was telling me that never
No,
happened.
they there now. They-
Okay.
Okay.
All right,
Wonderful.
thank you, sir.
Mr. Chair, I just want to verify. I thought we had, equalization in this year on the board, or did
We do, it's at 5 o'clock, so we still should
gonna
be plenty of time.
continue this,
Can you
okay?
back up?
I'll make sure of that.
How do we leave that? How do we leave that with, and how are we leaving what he brought up?
We'll
Because-
confirm that they're,
Well, I want to add two things to
Sure.
it. One, Ammon is dead a lot of times. I mean, dead. You can't get, you know,
you talking about cell coverage, you talking about?
talking about internet, anything. I mean, just having a roaming ability to connect. Dead as a doornail all the time. I'm just saying, can we check on it?
Yeah.
Can we add Ammon to that?
Yeah, because I think we supposed to get some money with,
Well, it's supposed to be No Child Left Behind, right?
right, they were supposed to get some money with,
That's, yeah.
I don't
we-
know what company has it.
Right.
But I was advised that the commission could, help secure outside
Yeah,
funding.
and we just need to see where, if there are areas, every meeting we've had of late has assured us that they've got us covered, so there must be some holes.
These are 53 homes.
Okay, we'll check. And just for clarification, May the 5th, Doc asked, that Board of Equalization is at 5 PM. We will keep the May the 4th Board of Equalization at 5:30. So, clarification, yes, sir.
No, I was just gonna say, you're gonna talk about cell phones, you talk about the Suffolk County, because mine drops off, we ain't gonna find.
Yeah, and I don't think we're talking about cell coverage, we're talking about actual people that have internet in their
I
homes.
was
So
going on
that's-
what Daniel said.
Well, a lot of that though, see, that's what, we never got clear cut answers when they came and they were talking about installing fiber and this and that. A lot of times, and what guys here, a lot of times those two things are supposed to be, serviced and achievable through those same companies. And a lot of times, so it's not having hard internet, it's also having the ability to even get access of any kind.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's,
Mr.
I
Chairman.
think that those can be addressed.
There's certain parts of Mount Olive area that does not
That's not
have.
happening.
That's
We're talking about actual hard lines.
Right.
Okay. Mhm. Yes, sir.
Going back to what Dr. Ellis said, I know when we were being approached and the bidding process and what have you going on in the county, I know initially, because I know Mr. Hoffman, Dr. Montgomery and all, the meetings we were at Raleigh, the governor said, every home will have access.
Yeah.
And we had to remind them of that when they were here, and, because I'm on a rural road, and I pitched the first bid. But, and their comment at that time was, if you recall, the one that we were meeting at the airport at that time to discuss it with, that, well, some of these roads are just rural roads and all, and I'm like, wait a minute, this is Bladen County, North Carolina. We have probably just about as many people on rural roads as we do on the main roads.
That's right.
And that got attention at that time, and I was assuming that's being addressed, because, we're going back to the governor on it, because every home should have access.
Well, they're there now.
We can check every resource you can find.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you for bringing that up. Anyone else? If not, we'll recognize Ms. Lisa Collins. Financial dashboard. You hate your supervisors here.
Yeah, I'll see that.
Okay, I want to review the dashboard for the 9 months ending March 31st. At the end of March, we had received 68.91% of the revenues in the general fund and spent 64.8. In solid waste, we had collected 87.44% and spent 66.73. Emergency telephone, 18.71% in revenues and 42%, that's the fund balance we're spending now. The water department, we had collected 69.84% and spent 48%. Any questions on the dashboard? And I forgot to give Maria Friday the federal, but we did have an average of 76 as of today. So,
Thank you.
thank you.
Any questions? Very good. Thank you, Ms. Lee. Number 7, Bladen Area Rural Transportation System, BART system. Caitlin Chambers, the new director, her first presentation. Proud of you. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Good evening, Chairman McGill and members of the board. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight. My name is Caitlin Chambers, and I've been serving as the BART's director since March 30th. Joining me this evening are Nancy Thornton, our transportation consultant, along with members of our driving team, Mr. Tim, Miss Christine, and Mr. Al. I come before you tonight requesting your consideration to hire 3 part-time drivers included in my fiscal year 26-27 budget. I'm bringing this request forward now because these positions will not require any county general fund dollars. Instead, they will be supported through revenues from our current contracts with the divisional agent and Monarch, a company that provides services for individuals with special needs. BART's is currently very busy, and ridership across the county has increased this year due to our new contract with Monarch and a recent advertising campaign. As a result, we are operating at near full capacity and have had to turn down riders who rely on us for transportation to medical appointments, work, school, grocery stores, and other essential destinations. I respectfully ask for your support in allowing me to add these 3 part-time drivers. The request aligns with the county's strategic goals, including safety, economic strength, and competitiveness, equity and sustainability, transformation, and organizational excellence. Thank you again for your time and consideration. I'm happy to answer any questions you have.
Yes, ma'am.
I thought we decided we wouldn't move anyone until close to the budget hour. So, not that you don't need them.
Right.
Good, what I'm saying, that we're gonna be consistent with every department. So, that's my question, that's all I'm
And
saying.
Mr. Cream and I met about that and discussed that, and we're, like, at this point, we're not offering a service that we promised to our citizens, and unfortunately, it's getting woefully behind in people that need services, and so.
How many we talked about? How many?
We're turning down maybe 10 within just our, from 8 o'clock to 11 o'clock.
Every day or how?
I would say every other day.
We say 3 part-time. So 3 part-timers is, are they being employed all the time or not?
So we would have to work with our schedules. For example, we're having to tell our riders that they can't go to their doctor appointments until after 10 o'clock because our drivers are so packed with our schedules to where we can't get back in time for their appointments. So we're having to contact, for example, Bladen Medical. We're having to ask them, can y'all work with the riders to get their appointments after 10 o'clock.
And how many vehicles do you have?
We're running, if everyone is at work, we're running 6. However, sickness has hit my part-time worker is almost maxed out at his 1,000 hours. Yes,
And
ma'am.
you make sure there's no additional budgeting, it will come out of the budget, yes, sir.
Thank you.
No, when I first seen it, I was a hard no. Then I found out that it's gonna wash the money. It's no new money, so I changed my mind.
And we have grown. We're looking at promotional items plus the billboards and establishing that foundation.
Great service.
Thank y'all.
So if somebody, I believe you said they have to have appointments that begin at 10?
Yes, sir.
So someone can't get an appointment after 10, they just on their own then.
Well, we're having, if they fit, typically, and Miss Nancy can tag along if you want to explain a little bit.
So, all the vehicles basically is out in the county out to come into E-Town. They have to, make their appointments at 10 o'clock to guarantee that they'll be there on time. It's what's going on right now with the clients.
And one thing that really wanted to bring this to y'all, I had a advisor from Bladen Community College call, and she was very adamant about getting a student in for a class. Well, he's wanting to finish his degree. Well, looking at our schedule already, we're so packed to where we couldn't make it in time for his class. So I had to make that phone call to him, and I was like, please call back. If you have to, call back every week, and we will try our best to work with him. No, ma'am. No transportation. He just wants to take the transportation, which I think that would help Bart's if we can get in with BCC and do that, but our drivers, like, we're barely squeezing people in for them to get lunches.
And we want to give you the resources to do your job, and part of those resources are the people that help you do that. So,
Yes, sir.
I just want to make a comment to Ms. Nancy. I'm on the BART advisory, committee, and she's done an excellent job to turn the whole thing around. Because we were about to go downhill. And I want to say thank you for all you're doing for Bladen County. You're doing a great job, and I appreciate it.
But thank you for the opportunity. I love Bladen County.
Mr. Chairman, we had a motion in 8 seconds.
Yep. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank y'all so much.
Social drivers she mentioned, would y'all stand up just so we can see? I know you recognize y'all too. Thank y'all for what you do. Good job, Caitlin, you survived. Good and sure. All right, Grant, come on, bud. Parks and Rec, Grant State Director.
Good evening, Chairman and Commissioners. I come tonight to ask to put 2 sets of bleachers on, to declare them surplus, so we can maybe get those to Emerald Bladen Charter School.
Is there a motion? Thank you. There's a motion. Is there a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion, questions?
What kind of condition are they in?
They're old, they've been at that park for probably 32, 33 years. But they're metal frame bleachers, are not, they can be a little love put to them and they can be used.
Oh, okay. They won't.
They know what condition. They know what the condition is.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Real quick, great job on pickleball courts. It's the biggest thing that hit Bladen County in a long time.
Pretty good, it's going good.
Try to get you some lights on.
We're working on that right now, we're in the process.
It's got a men's basketball league.
We have a men's 3-on-3 basketball league.
Good job.
Appreciate you working with Chair Roberts too.
Oh, yes.
They tear my door down.
We had a little bit of miscommunication this past week, but it worked out. It's gonna get warmer as the summer gets here, so we're working on it. It's an option, it's their choice.
Thank you, sir.
Thank y'all.
This time we'll consider entering session with Bladen County Water District Board of Directors. A motion? So moved. Second? Second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Moving on.
Good evening, Commissioners.
Good evening.
Give you an update on what we got going on since last time I was here. Right. On our brown water complaints, they've varied up and down. In March, we had 30 complaints, and 11 of those come from just the Tobermore area. But since then, we started working with, or we call it Spencer Bush, he's the guy that does our filtration for us. And we've started implementing some more checks, and now everything's leveled out, and it's a whole lot better up there now.
Some of that was precipitated by some actual work that stirred up, is that correct?
Correct. And we feel like we have a a handle on it now with his help.
Got it.
We're still moving forward on, replacing and repairing fire hydrants. We actually acquired 15 from Dublin that they replaced, so we could use the parts and pieces off of.
So last Thursday night, Don, myself, Sam, met with all the fire chiefs at their monthly chiefs meeting and kind of shared our concern. We'd met with DOT, kind of gave DOT down in the country about running over fire hydrants, and we found that's a little bit of lane to go around. I would blame just responsibility, I guess. At the DOT mowers, if they can't see the fire hydrant and they hit it, is it their fault or not? So we feel like we've come up with a good plan where each of the fire departments will try to do a better job at making sure that their hydrants are mowed around, weed eated around, put a flag on, whatever you gotta do to make sure that the mowers see them. And then keep a tab, if one does get hit, it is discovered quickly, so DOT will cover the cost of replacing it. And, do you know right now how many still are, and just in the county, how many are still to be repaired?
Well, out of the list that we had, we started with 40. There's about 15 left.
Right. It's also precipitated the towns to look and see if any of the towns, and, so I think all the towns, I think there may be one left in the list of towns, seem like it's still gotta be repaired. The towns have stepped up to make sure theirs are in good order, so, thankful for that. And the fire chiefs were very appreciative of our concern and wanting to be involved in that, so hopefully we're heading in the right direction. Water taps,
We have 6 left to be done, and the oldest one came in on the 8th of this month.
keep moving forward, keep moving in the right direction. Anything else? Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just,
Yes, ma'am.
across the street, post on Brighton, still said they're getting brown water. I asked them to call you about a week
Okay.
ago.
Did they just get it the weekend?
Wasn't this weekend, weekend before, because I talked to them.
Yes. East Arcadia discovered they had a hole in their water tank, so they drawed water from us, and that started up a little bit.
That's what's brought on there in. And we found that East Arcadia had the brown water. So they called me and I said,
Right.
call somebody else. So they had brown water. So,
And Don is working on the code red to help identify when there is a problem, let people know when they anticipate there may be a problem, or if they're getting ready to do some line work, that, hey, over the next week, you may experience some brown water. People are a lot more able to handle it if they kind of know what's coming. Yes, sir.
Last time I checked on that Blamer thing, Don, and owe you an apology, because half what you said was right, and the other half, according to the town, that water hydrant is the town of Blamer, but they don't have no water lines on that Ramsey Farm Road where they told me this morning, so I know you owe you apologize for that. And what I thought it was the county's hydrant, because 211 runs there, and we just put water on the Ramsey Farm. I told you I'd do that, and I want to do that. So.
Well, I appreciate that.
And another thing I want to ask, I don't know where we are on these filters and stuff, or what we want to look at in the future, but I hope Logan is looking to see if there's any money out there. And-
He is.
And bring us a report of what, if you found any or not found any, so that, cause we don't know which way we're gonna go. I know y'all working on the irons, but filter hook is the last thing, but Logan needs to be looking.
He is. We actually had a meeting today.
Yeah, and they've met multiple times throughout the day, and the numbers for, a lot of talk in the community, well, where do my tax dollars go to? Those filters, I'm not speaking out of turn, but you're talking $8 million for 4 filters. I mean, it doesn't take long for 4 systems and filters. And that's not money you can just pull out of your pocket. So, just keep up, and like you said, we're working through grants and, petition state legislators and everybody else. That's top priority. I think we've met and discussed that as much as we want the community to grow, and we do, and provide infrastructure, water, sewer to new homes, that we've also got to make sure we're not getting behind the folks who already have, so we're trying to step up our game. So anyway, thank you, Don.
All right.
Whatever we can do to help you do your job, let us know.
All right. Thank you.
Second?
second.
All in favor of coming out of water board, say aye. Aye. All that just are determined to stay in, say aye.
I'm done with that.
Only 3 tonight, a bunch coming up on the 18th of May. So Dublin Fire Service District Advisory Committee.
Motion to reappoint.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
opposed, like sign. You've got the note there concerning the JCPC. We have been working hard, and we did have someone that left their position, and we were blessed to have a young lady already volunteering to be at the meetings, and that's Samantha Reagan. So she has already been a part just as a visitor, spectator, and was eager. She's a very young lady, very eager to be a part officially of JCPC. So she has agreed if I could get a motion to appoint Samantha Reagan, who is the Board of Elections Deputy Director. All right, any questions? All those in favor of approving her, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, like sign. Thank you. And then you see 10C, White Lake Planning and Zoning Board of Adjustments. There's a request there from the town of White Lake for Wade Lowry to replace.
No, motion to approve.
Good. Any discussion? All right. Wade Lowry, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. You can see 11, all of those. Be prepared, that's gonna be. All righty. Mr. Sands?
Good evening, Chairman McGill, Board of Commissioners. Just to review the April calendar, the chamber meeting for tomorrow morning, the breakfast was canceled, so please remove that off the calendar. This Thursday from 11:30 to 1 o'clock will be a special joint meeting with the Board of Education. This meeting was requested by the Board of Education, looking at areas where the two boards can collaborate. These areas include school resource officers, career technology, education programs, and educational outlook. The meeting will last, like I said, about an hour and a half, and a meal will be provided.
There is an itinerary or an agenda in your packet tonight. If y'all want to see that, so you want to know kind of what the Thursday on. Bree, I appreciate you getting that today so that you know what to expect. Thank you, Georgia.
And next Monday, 7:30, Acme Delco Regalwood Fire Rescue will have their 55th annual banquet, and that will be held there at ADR Station Number 1 in Regalwood. Going into May, May 2nd, from 9 to 2 will be May Day Parade and Celebration at Baltimore Community Center at LL Ferry Road in Council. That same day will be the 6th annual May Day Jamboree at Blue Mill Vineyard here at 438 Suggs Taylor Road in Elizabethtown. Going into on May the 4th, we'll have prayer service here at 8 a.m. That morning. That afternoon at 5:30, the Board of Equalization and Review will convene here at the Commissioners' Room. And that night, the Commissioners' meeting at 6:30 has been moved to May the 5th. And on May the 5th, we will also have a 5 o'clock Board of Equalization and Review meeting here at the Board, in the Board Room. May the 9th, from 12 to 9, Bladenboro's Spring Fling in downtown Bladenboro. May the 11th, at 5 p.m. will be the Health and Human Service Advisory Committee there at the Health Department Conference Room. May 14th will be 6 o'clock Bladen County Firefighters Association meeting hosted by Baytree Lakes. That, my understanding, will be maybe at the training center instead of Baytree.
So, can we get a memo or reminder of what our meetings are? Because the other night I went all the way to Hammond. And they moved it to the White Lake. So can we get if it's moved like that, or where it's gonna be, actually gonna have the meeting? That's the day I lost my tailgate.
Did you lost your tailgate?
Yeah, I'm a trailer.
On your trailer. Oh, or just ain't making trips like that.
Yes, sir, we'll remind you. On the 15th, 10 a.m., Bladen County Sheriff's Office Peace Officers Memorial Service. That'll be held at 299 Smith Circle here in Elizabethtown. May the 18th at 4 p.m. will be Board of Equalization and Review here at the Commissioners' Room. That evening at 6:30 will be Board of Commissioners meeting. And this Also let you know, May 25th, the county office buildings will be closed, to observe Memorial Day.
Couple things there. White Lake Water Festival will be the weekend of the 15th and 16th of May. And then on Memorial Day, big day in Clarkton, parade and 10 o'clock, is that right, May? Yes, sir. 10 o'clock. Right.
You got it.
Right, thank you.
Mr. Chairman, the next item, on April the 13th, the Bladen County Schools issued a resolution declaring East Arcadia School property located in Regalwood, North Carolina as surplus and is offering the property to Bladen County Board of Commissioners. North Carolina General Statute, 115C 518 states that any local Board of Education can declare any building site, real property or personal property owned by the board as unnecessary or undesirable for public school purposes and can dispose of it in accordance to the procedures prescribed in General Statute Chapter 160A, Article 12, or any successor provisions thereto. The General Statute requires the Board of Education to give Bladen County Board of Commissioners the first opportunity to obtain the property by offering it at a fair market price or at a price negotiated between the two boards. The Bladen County Board of Commissioners can choose not to obtain the property offered. Can then dispose of such property according to North Carolina General Statute, Chapter 160A, Article 12. I'm asking or seeking direction if the board wants to purchase the property or not, and direct me in negotiating if you do want to purchase the property.
Motion to not accept the property.
Motion, and there's a second. Any discussion?
I think though, does that statute also, it goes back to the school board at that time to make the disposition of it?
Yes, yes.
And is it that time, I was looking for the statute, I couldn't find it, but that means the nonprofits and others who still have a need, I think Rhonda talked about it, but for educational purpose and cultural, whatever they need it, it can also be, sold to them at a, or that could be $1, whatever.
But that would be up to the Board of Education.
Yes, right, am I correct? It's on them.
This is legislation there.
It's like, that's why I'm asking for, because I couldn't find the statute. Okay, and that's why I think I asked them to go to reimbursement, because I thought that's the best way of doing it. Thank you. I'll look for the statute though.
I know this ain't gonna be a popular statement, but I don't make a lot of popular statements anyway, but they got property up there at Tar Hill now at Plainview. School system needs the money. They need to figure out a way to get some money out of these properties, because I don't know how they need the money more than they do the community of Richmond.
Well, they need to do a way to keep our children in Bladen County. That's what we need to do.
You find a rule
Help,
that.
we want to keep them in Bladen County, because we losing students, thank you.
I'm as idealistic as anybody in the room, and I wish money was not, just to get all the money in the world. It could be wonderful to have community centers all over, but there's also the upkeep and repairs of these older buildings, and there's a lot to be considered. It's not as easy as sometimes it sounds.
Can I know for the need for school board.
Hold on, we've got that motion, but,
Oh.
okay, no, you're good. Just let me go on and deal with that. So we've got a motion, a second. Any other questions? All those in favor of approving, the not purchasing, from the school board, the East Arcadia School, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, like sign.
Is this meeting just for them to tell us or share information, or is that, if we get some questions answered at that time?
Sure.
Then I'm gonna ask that they would provide some information, if I can I send it to you?
Please,
Some information and to share with everybody.
and we're certainly not trying to stifle anybody. We just realize we want to keep the meeting extremely civil, respectful, profitable, and that's on both sides. And we've had, Mr. Sam, myself, Jason, Dr. Atkinson, and school board have met, and basically agreed, to the terms of just a civil meeting and, not gonna debate things back and forth, but certainly ask questions as you feel so led.
No, but I would like to have the information as soon as you bring it, and I'll
Yeah,
share
sure,
it with you
yeah.
and we can get it, right?
Yeah, you can get it to
Okay,
me
I'll
or
get it.
Sam, and we'll reach out to Jason and Mackie.
So the property will be available for a nonprofit organization to purchase it.
Well, again, that would be up to the legislators to work through that process. All right, thank you. Now you still got a ways to go, so keep on, sir.
Just some follow-up items. County commissioners and county staff have toured the county courthouse. Chip Perry and Scott Stanley are getting estimates on projects, things like furniture, carpet, paint. Once I have them on items, I will bring back these projects and estimates to the board for y'all's direction on that. I've also provided to the county attorney judge Esri total of about $428,000 that we have spent on the courthouse. On Friday, Chip Perry actually provided me an additional $800,000 we have spent on the courthouse over the last 5 years. This is on top of a $1 million project to upgrade electrical services for the courthouse. Then interim county manager Rosemary Peterson and Scott Stanley worked on different projects and added different things to different areas of courtrooms. And also too, we're looking at this year adding about $360,000 for a new roof and HVAC for the courthouse. And so altogether, we're looking at over the last 5 years with our current projects and spending about $3 million on the courthouse. And we're looking for the funds right now to see what we can do.
Interesting that would piggyback on the last matter of business was schools. Schools are more elaborate and just the money that it takes to upkeep the building. So, and I appreciate those that have been able to take the tour and, we realize they've got a responsibility and we do as well. Yes, sir.
So, I don't know if you're gonna talk about Mr. Crimrock, but I know we're talking about a priority list of what, so I would really love to entertain putting the quarter cent sales tax back on the referendum for November. We can have that discussion, put it to the next agenda if you want to, but I'd love to have that discussion again. We need that quarter cent sales tax.
Any specific or just?
Well, whatever the board wants to do. I'm just bringing it up. So I know that, we talked about White Lake and a treatment facility on that side of the river so that eventually Bay Tree Lake could tie on, White Lake and Bay Tree could tie on a waste treatment. I think that's kind of should be a priority. I don't know what order, but I think it should be a priority to this county because there's a lot of money comes from that side of the river.
And that was number 2 last time, so it's a good connection.
And, I think if we're gonna talk about water, we need to know where we're talking about water and what the cost is. And I probably shouldn't say what it's say, but I'm gonna say it anyway. We got $15 million sitting there in DEQ and ain't been able to get it, so I don't know that asking for water to DEQ is a smart thing to do until we move some of that money. That's just my thoughts. But I mean, some of those things are needed. And then it would be nice to have some type of sewage capacity up there on the north end of the river, the northern end of the county, up right around Comores and stuff for there's a lot of land up there and a lot of things, potential growth up there if we had sewage and stuff. And maybe we can pick it back off Comores, but it'd be nice if we had something like that. And this is long-term stuff.
Yeah. And
then the courthouse, last time I asked to see what the list was, I don't remember saying I didn't support the courthouse project, but I got accused of saying I didn't support the courthouse project. And that's not true. I just wanted to see what we were talking about. But, because ones that know me, I like to see what I'm talking about and what I'm gonna vote on, and I just don't like the repairs to the courthouse. To me, was what are they? Now that we know and we're gonna look at them, but I did not say I didn't support the courthouse project, so I want to clear that up tonight too, because there's a lot of awful rumors going around here about a lot of things that we don't need to be. We need to squash these rumors. unless we know exactly what we're talking about. So I don't know that we don't, if Mr. Chairman would be willing to have a meeting so we could, other people could get their priorities listed, and let's come up with a prioritized list, how we want to move forward or what, but that's my conversation around those pieces tonight.
And just for clarity, so my suggestion was that we meet, all 9 of us, with the lobbyists to come up with a list. Am I telling you straight, Sam?
Yes, sir.
And I was told that it was not wise to meet with everybody because you just have too many, you know, be throwing too much out. I will say this, I did meet with some of our legislators last week, and they said, don't expect much this year. It's a really tight year. And, but we do need to have our priorities in order. But again, I'm trying to follow the lead, you know, as I can, but, certainly willing to have that conversation, but we realize there's only so many asks we can make. And, but, you know, what you mentioned about the sewer on the north end of the county and on the other side of the river certainly falls into one of our 3 that we talked about last month, and that was the infrastructure for the current needs of the citizens.
So, here I go again. The list of needs in this county, this board of commissioners, they decide it, and then it needs to go to our lobbies, not the lobbies being part of our conversation, see what we're gonna prioritize, is my opinion. So I think this board
Has it been our, I mean, have we always done that, all 9 of us meet to discuss what our asks are?
Well, we did, I mean, have strategic meetings to do that, so. And that's what we need.
Again, that's what I wanted to do, so certainly don't have a problem with doing that.
After, I think you had a hand, I have a question after. You were next. No. I just, and I hate Mr. Peterson, I understand that they meet sewer on the White Lake and support Bay Tree Lake, but the people on the eastern part of the county and Helen, all those areas, they need sewer as well. I brought that up a couple of years ago, and it's like no effort to even try to help the people on the eastern side of the county. We understand some people think they may pay taxes, they pay more. I'm not against that. I know they need sewer, but we do too on the other end. And I asked then that when Columbus County brings up the sewer to Buckhead area, at that time, that would be a great opportunity for East Arcadia, Cobb's Creek, and those other areas to get sewer as well. So when you bring that information to light, please consider those areas.
Absolutely.
If I may, please, I was just making my concerns public, and you certainly can make your concerns public of what areas you want to. I wasn't singling nobody out. I was just saying conversations that have been in the past.
I know, but Bladenburg getting there. We work on one White Lake. I know Bay Tree Lakes definitely need theirs. I understand that. And now we're pushing back for Comoras in. I got it. I'm just saying, can we add these other areas? I want to say. That's all I ask.
Yes, sir, go ahead.
My understanding when, I had a conversation not too long ago, that Bladenburg's been, how long has that been coming down the pipe, that particular project? I mean, how many years has it been now? Yeah, you just really get the impression they want to see that before they start hearing all this other, I mean, I'm just being honest with you.
That's fine.
I mean, yeah, because that's the impression I got.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, the conversation's like, they're ready to see that before they're ready to see all the other stuff.
They're beating it out to that one over there.
Yeah, they're ready to get that done, so.
Yeah,
But just be prepared, again, with the new budget year coming up, it's probably gonna be sparse coming from the state. They just don't have a lot, this time around.
And Mr. Chair, if you don't mind, I've been chair about 3 times, Mr. Peter probably said the same thing. We get that same story every time, the Raleigh don't expect much this time, because it's short, but rural counties getting short end of the stick all the time. Just for clarification.
Mr. Chairman, wasn't your favorite arenas going to be drawing water from the river?
Yes,
What's
sir.
the status on that?
We've joined with other counties and sent letters, so sort of get on the bandwagon of expressing our concerns.
They're pulling and not putting it back.
Oh, yeah, right. They put it in another river.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, it hadn't passed.
But, that's going to.
Also, just want to bring your attention that the, Select Committee in the House, North Carolina House, on the property tax reduction and reform, on April 15th, they voted to advance, the report with 2 proposed legislative recommendations, and one of them that will affect us here in Bladen County is the property tax, constitutional amendment directing the legislator to establish limits on the property tax levy and withdrawal language that leaves the details to future sessions on that limit. The North Carolina Association of County Commissioners recommends a couple of actions that the board could take if it chooses to do so. And one is passing a resolution against the property tax reduction and reform amendment. And the other one is to contact your local delegation.
Some of you have already reached out to them.
Mr. Chairman, the biggest problem, one of the problems is a few counties mess up everything for everybody else. There's a lot of counties, when they do reappraisal, don't even do revenue neutral, and that's what's got legislators and everybody's out of whack. So a few counties messing up all of us.
There will be, I think, 4 sort of addendums to that we can look at, ways to opt out of. So don't panic, I think is kind of what the legislators are saying. And we are working through the process. We have 3,000 appeals at this point. A new record. I've achieved something. Brand new record for appeals.
And Mr. Chairman, when they get control,
Yeah.
none of us called for this last revow,
Right.
but the state did.
That's right, that's right.
So,
Yeah.
keep that in mind, we did not call for this last revow. The state said you will have another revow.
Listening to the board, Maria and myself will work on a special meeting, get priorities as far as, legislative goals and things that the board wants to ask in the budget. And then the next item, just, Commissioner Ellis, peanut plant and old plant road signs have been replaced. Also, too, I'm working with the tax office on the code red insert to the tax bills. Commissioner Peterson said last meeting that the code red, to get it out to citizens, so we're looking at maybe adding space either to tax bills, tax listings, where citizens can scan the QR code and actually sign up for code red alerts, and she can pass, she can push out, and all departments can push out notification of what's going on in the county. So we're working on that. And then on on April 13th, we had a working group meeting with the county, Bladen Community College and county schools, to discuss efforts on trades in the CTE program. And our next meeting will be on May 11th. We can bring back more details from that as we start working together.
Yeah. And Mr. Krim and I discussed today, and we kind of went back and forth as to whether to mention it tonight, probably worth mentioning. We met with DOT in regard to the Owell Ferry, kind of getting mixed signals from them just about the viability of continuing it. So I've gone down and tried to meet with the citizens that I know down that way, and just to say, is it to you a novelty, or is it does it enhance your way of life? Will it affect your quality of life if it were to go away? And they assure me they depend on it. Making visits of loved ones, where they go shopping, things like that. So the DOT has assured us it's not a financial matter. It costs about $150,000 a year to maintain it, which compared to paving a mile of road is nothing. Safety is an issue. For some reason, all of a sudden, they're having reports of people, getting hurt on the cable, and so that's debatable. But we'll continue to work with them. It's, to most of us, it is probably a novelty, but to them, it's not. So just keep your ears out if you know folks down that way, and those that represent the areas down in Kelly and East Arcadia and the connection there, council. Please, Carvers Creek, please let them know the best thing they can do is ride that ferry. They need to get those numbers up. We realize the sign is broken, which is very frustrating. DOT needs to fix the sign. Because if you're going down, I went to Wilmington this morning, I thought, well, I'll ride the ferry. Well, look, the sign's not on. It's not open. It's not closed. It's just blank. well, I'm not gonna drive a mile and a half to see if the ferry's open, I'm gonna keep trucking. And so, I know that's frustrating to the operator, so, anyway.
How many miles around is it to 11 and back across versus taking, I wonder how many miles it comes off?
At least
20 minutes?
At least a 20 minutes.
20 miles, yeah, I was wondering.
The folks in Kelly, if the ferries operate and they go to Whiteville, Super Walmart, if it's not, they go to Wallace, I think it's to Super Walmart.
I mean, I've driven a 100, I was
Yeah.
trying to get information.
Anyway, you hate to see something that does mean something to folks, go away. Anyway, just a FYI, work in progress.
Well, we're dealing with water's not high right now, so.
You're pretty taking care of that.
Yeah.
Well, I understood
All
it's
right.
severe drought.
Thank you, Mr. Croom. You've covered a lot of ground tonight. Hey, shooting and bragging on Mr. Croom, he's been in a lot of, he's going the extra mile. He's at a lot of events, a lot of folks bragging on his appearance at all kinds of things. So, and I know he's not just making an appearance for a photo op. He's there to help, and it means a lot to us in our community. So appreciate it. You can do your job, you can go the extra mile, he's going the extra mile. All right, individuals, delegations. All right, matters of interest to commission. Don, thank you all so much for being here. I say this fairly often, but when we have to go into closed session, I'm trying to keep anything from you, but sometimes legally we have to do some things behind closed doors. We'd rather do what you're doing, we'd rather go home. I'll entertain a motion to go into closed session for NCGS 143-318. Second, all in favor, say aye. All opposed, like sign. We'll take just a couple.
This conference will now be recorded.
All those in favor, we got enough to vote? Yep.